Hello guys, welcome to the video tutorial for Safe Browse. So this app is actually, has limited compatibility with 10.2 and 10.2.1. It's really intended for OS 10.3. However, it will work on 10.2 and 10.2.1, but you might notice some issues here and there. So we're going to go through some of this stuff on here. So I'm testing on 10.2.1 OS right now, just to kind of show you the experience. The first screen you're going to be on is the create password screen. Now, basically, this is intended for the actual guardian of whoever it is, or the administrator, if you want to call it, the one who is setting up all these websites that are allowed and the ones that are disallowed in the app. So whoever's in charge of that is the one who's going to be creating this password, and they're the ones who are going to be maintaining this password. And they shouldn't share this password with anybody because this is what's going to allow them to go ahead and make modifications to what sites are allowed and which ones are not going to be allowed. So we're going to go ahead and put in a password there in the second field. Go ahead and repeat that password. Hit save, and that'll save that password. Then it'll launch the actual settings page here. And in here, they're going to ask you to put your login information, the one you just came through. So you're going to notice that if I hit cancel, I'm never going to be able to get back into that screen unless I put in the password that I just put in. So if I go to settings again and I put in a wrong password, it's actually going to keep telling me, the wrong password. I'll never be able to use it. So if I relaunch the app again, swipe down from the top bezel, go to settings. There's just absolutely no way I can get in without the correct password. So it's very important that you don't give your password out to anyone. So we'll go ahead and put in the right password here, and it takes us to the dashboard. So in this dashboard, if you open the more menu here, you can actually see that you can actually change your password, the one you just created. So if you ever want to do that, you can do that there. We can also go ahead and take a look at view logs. And in view logs, you can actually see the different logs that of everything that's been going on. So it's really good for the administrator. So you can see that somebody's trying to go to this website, and even when somebody tries to put in an incorrect login, it actually records what the incorrect login was. So this way you will actually be able to see when somebody's trying to maybe hack the password or something like that, or trying to break into the app. You'll be able to actually track that and take appropriate measures. So we can also clear the logs by clicking on clear here. We can also filter this logs by, it's only if I only want to see the browsing sessions, I only want to see which websites were blocked, I only want to see the authentication. I can actually do that kind of filter here as well. So we'll go ahead and clear that out, and we'll get back to the dashboard. So in the dashboard here, there's some special parts here. So first part is the browsing mode. This browsing mode here actually takes, there's a passive and there's a control. The passive simply means that the app is going to allow every single website, all the websites, except the ones you choose to add to this list. So let's just say we leave it on passive. We can actually click add, and let's just say I want to block the user from ever accessing youtube.com. Now, if a site like YouTube or Facebook, for example, let's just say I also want to block facebook.com. Now, if these sites actually have counter mobile versions of the site, so they have like a m.facebook.com for Facebook, and they have an m.youtube.com for YouTube. Now, they have these counter these subdomains and everything. So the app actually lets you have much finer grained control over exactly what subdomains are allowed and which ones are not allowed. So you can, if you want to block all of them, you actually have to go out and specify every single one of these things. So now you'll see that now that I have all these things specified, I can actually, let's just say if I type in youtube.com, it's going to actually block it. If I want to type facebook.com, then it will block it. But if I, type one of the other ones, like let's just say twitter.com, that should allow me to get into the website just fine. If I ever want to remove one of these websites from here, I simply tap on it, and then tap on any of the other ones that I want to remove. And I, in this menu here, I just simply hit unblock. That'll get rid of them for me. Now that is the passive mode. Now what you can also do with passive mode is, instead of spelling out the websites one after another, you can also specify keywords. So, you have blocked keywords in the menu, and this will actually allow you to specify certain keywords in here. So if I tap add, I can actually put in whatever keywords I want. The keywords cannot have any spaces in it. So it has to be just one word keyword. So let's just say I want to put in a word like Google. Now I don't have to specify a domain name or anything, but if the title ever appears to have, if the title of a page has the word Google in it, automatically it's going to get blocked. Now, that might be a bit strict that, okay, anything that has the word Google in it automatically gets blocked. Maybe you don't want that. So that's why there's this threshold value between 1 and 5. And this is what's going to measure how many hits are allowed how many hits in the title bar and how many matches are allowed in the title bar before it actually deletes, actually blocks the website. So for example, if you set the threshold to 2, then it's actually going to wait for 2 hits on the keywords until, keyword matches on the title, until it actually blocks it. So let me give you an example of what I mean. So for now, if you have Google in there, you're going to notice that I don't even have anything here for Google. But if I now try to go to, let's just say, google.com, it should automatically block it because Google appears in the title bar. Now, what I can also do is I can now go to in blocked keywords. Let's just say, just to show you the threshold values, I can now go into and set this in a threshold of 2. So if I set a threshold of 2 and I type in, let's just say Carlton and black, let's say. Now, if I have those 2 keywords and I go to a website like www.carlton.ca, now you're going to notice that Carlton here, that's one word, and university is another word, and then there's Canada's capital university. So there's only been 1 match on Carlton, so it didn't block it. However, if I now go into there and I actually add in a second keyword with a threshold of 2, so I'll type in university. Now, if I actually go back and I reopen the app and I open up Carlton.ca, you're actually going to notice that it should block this now. Because I go to Carlton and it gets blocked because there's been 2 matches in the title that, so it hit the threshold value. So now it officially gets blocked. So that's an easy way for you to, easily filter off certain websites, some bad websites if you want to put in some of those keywords, and that'll get rid of them. You can clear all the the threshold values and everything here, and that'll get rid of everything. So that is passive mode. Then we have the controlled mode, which is a little bit different. The controlled mode does not allow any website except the ones that you put in this list. So only the domains that are allowed here, that you specify here, are going to be allowed. So it kind of turns your device into an intranet. So if I go to add and I type in, users only allowed to go to youtube.com, m.youtube.com, and maybe gmail.com. These 3 websites are only the ones allowed. So you'll see now that if I go to, www.troy.ca, you're going to see that this gets blocked because it's not one of those websites. If I go to youtube.com, that's going to work because it is in there. Now you're going to know something special. If I go to gmail.com, it's going to block it. Why is that? Because the app is actually, the website Gmail is actually redirecting to another website, accounts.google.com, and that is not whitelisted here. So there's a really easy feature you can use. It's called Safe Run. That will actually take you through the different places in websites, and that will take you through the different sections of the websites and things like that, and it'll automatically just start adding it to the whitelist. This way you don't have to type in manually one after another. So let me show you what I mean. I'm just going to go to gmail.com, and it's automatically going to add this into my whitelist. So I don't have to do anything further than that. If I go to another website like learnaboutislam.co.uk, so any website I'm visiting throughout here in these sections automatically are getting added. Whatever I click on, anything that any other website that this is redirecting me to, any other domain name that I go to, let's just say groups.google.com, for example, that gets added. Right? So all of these domains are automatically getting added without me having to type in them manually here. So that is the other thing. Now, I can also set my homepage here. So right now it's set to canadainc.org. I can change this to whatever I want. So for example, if I wanted this to be purple.com, simply type in purple.com, and that will automatically also whitelist this. So now you'll notice that if I close the app, reopen the app, that should take me to purple.com, to this other website. So that's that will get me that. Now that I'm here, now I can also show you what else we have here. So as you can see, in view logs, we have all our blocked, the blocked stuff and everything that's here. So that is the difference between controlled and passive. Once again, if you want to remove any of these, tap and then just click unblock. That'll unblock them all from here. Now I'm going to show you how to actually clear the cache. So, over time, as you start visiting more and more websites on this app, the app is going to try to cache the websites to be able to load them faster. Now, obviously, over time, that means, more and more space are going to be allocated, and the device, you might notice that the app is taking more and more space over time. And after months, it might end up being a lot of megabytes, and, you end up with the app taking too much space. When that happens, simply hit clear cache here, and that's going to actually blow away the entire cache. And, it's going to take minimal memory once again. So all you do is hit that, hit yes, and that'll clear the cache successfully. And that's really all you need. Once you have that running, we'll go back to the main screen to kind of show you some of the extra stuff here. So I'm going to now go to, let's just say, selfie.inc.com. When I'm here, so that website's not available. I'm going to switch this to passive now, just to be able to continue on here, just to make the demo a little bit easier. So here, I'm going to go into selfie.inc.com. So here, when it's loaded, I'm going to go into, let's just say, page 5 here. So here, I'm going to show you something that's very specific here to the 10.2.1. That's a limitation on 10.2, and that's not, in 10.3, this is going to work properly. So in 10.3, these are PDFs, and there's Word documents, PDFs, videos, and things like that on MP3s. Those things are not going to be, you can't download them right off the page here. You will actually have to, in 10.3, you will be able to download them right from here. So as soon as you tap on the PDF, for example, it'll launch the file picker. You'll be able to save to your downloads. And once you save to your downloads, all you have to do is just open it up, go to File Manager. And then wherever you download it, you simply just open up downloads, and you'll be able to access your file. In 10.2.1, it's not like that, because there's some restrictions. So what you can do is, as a workaround, you press and hold on it, expand this, and expand the menu, and you simply hit Open In and choose Save Browse. And what that's going to do is going to launch another session of Save Browse, and it's going to open the PDF just like that. So this allows you to open PDFs, and you can use this now to save the file wherever it is that you want. But this is a workaround for you to get to you download your PDFs and Word documents and everything in Save Browse without using 10.3. So that is how you get to that specific section. Now I'll also show you from here, you can also pin this website to your home screen. So if I hit pin, I can now give it a name, like, I don't know, Selfie Inc. PDFs or something. Hit save, and that will save it right to my home screen. So guess what? Now we know my home page is purple.com, and I can now go to this shortcut that I just created, and that will take me directly right to this specific page now. And that will give me everything else, just like it would for the normal app. But it goes directly to this app now. And I still have my normal browsing capabilities and everything. So that is that. And then that also shows you the pin to home screen feature. You can also, as you're browsing one, you can also browse multiple tabs. So click on new tab. You can go to, I don't know, google.com. That'll take you to google.com. So you now have two tabs open, one for Google, one for your purple.com, and as many tabs as you need. You can just have them open like that. Keep in mind, obviously there's memory concerns and everything. So that's really it. That's pretty much all there is to the app. We ran through some of these things here. So remember, block keywords is only meant for the passive mode. And for the controlled mode, it's safe run is really, that applies to the controlled mode. So that pretty much wraps up the tutorial here. You have your forward navigation and back buttons and everything here. And then you also have your help section here to be able to, open up parental controls. So this is very important for parental controls. And this is where you'll be able to actually stop, like, you will also actually prevent your child from actually accessing this browser or something like that, accessing the actual native browser on the in the device. So if you open up parental controls, I don't have it in the simulator, but if you open it up in parental controls in the app, in the device from here, you'll be able to actually fine tune all that information. Just follow these instructions here, and that should get you set up to be able to hide your, all those installations and everything in the native browser, and make Safe Browse the only app that you'll be able to use. If you need help, you can always go to our BBM channel for support. And also, if you like the app, please leave us a positive review. If you have any issues, obviously you can go to bug reports here. Make sure UI logging is on. And hit just submit logs. So, you can, that'll collect up your logs. You can also file a bug report right here after you submit logs. It'll ask you to put in some notes, put your name in or anything, any observations that you made. And, that will send it off to us. Send us an email if you have any concerns or questions, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. So reach out to us on our BBM channel if there's any questions. We hope to hear from you, and, we hope you enjoyed the app. Thank you very much. Take care.